to another edition of History in Your Own Backyard. Today we're with Josh, and we're going to learn all about the Brock House right here in Monroe, Ohio. Thanks so much for talking with us today, Josh.
Yeah, no problem.
So tell us, what do you know about this house?
As of next year, it'll be 180 years old. So it was built in 1837. I believe it's a sister house. There's a house further down the street here that's basically the same layout as this one. They've just added on to it, but it's got a lot of history. It's got a lot of good bones to it still. For it to be as old as it is, there's obviously a reason that it's been around as long as it has. So we bought the place and we remodeled it in 2012, and been slowly working on some little projects here and there ever since. But it's a great place to live. Monroe's a great place to live in general. So it's been fun.
So what are some of the unique aspects about the house?
We try to keep pretty much everything intact from that was original. It's got all polished pine floors. Other than the cool part about it is for it to be period authentic. There's no overhead lighting hardly in the entire house, so most of it's baseboard lighting, which has its pros and cons. But with you can obviously see with the windows being as big as there is, there's a lot of natural light, so that helps a lot. Trying to think, originally this was a much bigger property. The farm was a good chunk of land. I think, like I said, all the development area behind us now used to belong to this house. There were like 6 or 7 outbuildings originally, maybe more than that. It's just a matter of everybody has their own view on historic homes. Some people you can't get them to buy one, and other people, kind of like me, I guess. I wouldn't have a newer house. I couldn't think of anywhere else that I would rather live than here. So all the original plaster is there. It was pretty much intact. So that was a godsend, really. So other than that, it's got 5 fireplaces, which is really nice. Right now, there's only one that's functional. I have to have some flashing work done on the rest, but the main fireplace in the dining room, it was actually the old cooking area, the cooking stove. So it's much bigger than the rest. The rest are just obviously for heat, but that's probably one of the centerpieces of the house. We restored the front room here. We restored to the original sitting room. We did a formal sitting room in there, and then the dining room is probably the biggest room in the house. It's probably 24 feet by like 19 deep. So it's pretty good size. It's good for family Thanksgivings and that kind of thing. So ever since we moved here, we've been doing a lot of the family stuff here as opposed to everyone else's house. So that's been nice.
And then you said that it was a little haunted.
It is. Okay,
like
I said, everybody has a different view on the whole supernatural thing. But there's been quite a few instances where you can hear people walking upstairs. We don't go upstairs a whole lot. The baby's room is upstairs, so usually to get him and bring him down back and forth. That's about the only time we're up there. But it's pretty interesting. When we were first working on the house, my parents were helping me. It was me and my mom and dad, and my mom and dad were out front, and I was in the back. And I had thought my mom had gone inside to get something, because I was in the back, and I looked through the upstairs window, and there's someone standing in the window.
Wow.
And I came back out, and I asked my mom, I was like, "What did you have to go inside for?" And she was like, "I haven't been inside." So that was one of those. Whoa, hold on. I had to step back there for a minute, but it's not one of those. It doesn't give you one of those bad feelings. There you can tell there's a lot of happy memories. There's a lot of happiness. It always gives off good vibes. You can tell there's been a lot of happy times in this house. So it's nothing like that. But like I said, everybody has a different view of that kind of thing. So it's always one of those fun tidbits that I like to kind of mess around with people with. So especially people that come to spend the night in the guest room. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for sharing the information about the house with us. We
sure.
really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys for stopping by.
Thanks. Thanks again so much for tuning in to today's edition of History in Your Own Backyard. Today we spent time in Monroe, Ohio, talking with Josh about the Brock House. We certainly hope that you enjoyed learning all about it. Remember, travel slowly and stop often. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.